Hey guys, Puppet Pete here. It is the start of yard sale season in this area, and it's starting off today with one of the biggest yard sales of the year. It's the town-wide yard sale in St. Andrews, New Brunswick this week, and it's about 6:30 in the morning. I'm heading off it's about 25 minutes away. Hope to hit things before they get cleaned out too much, but I've had good luck some years, and I've had bad luck other years, but hopefully this will be some good luck. I'm a little pressed for time. I got to be on the way back here by 10 o'clock, so yep, here we go. St. Andrews Town-Wide Yard Sale 2019. Can't wait to get there, see if I can find some real gems.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to.
Okay guys, so I'm back from the first big yard sale day of the year up here. Well, where I'm from is the St. Andrews Town-Wide Yard Sale, and I was really lucky. I got ahead of it. I didn't have a whole lot of time to spend because I had to go for a trip out of town like fairly early in the morning. I had to be out of town by 10 a.m. So I took off real early in the morning. I didn't get to check everything, but man, am I ever happy with what I did pick up. It all started as I'm on my way down there about 6:30 in the morning. I got a text from Mama C, and she saw on Facebook about this one yard sale that was taking place halfway to that town, and they said right in the yard sale, or right in the advertisement on Facebook, that they had Nintendo. Didn't say what, but just said they had Nintendo. Well, anyway, here's what I managed to pick up. First one in the door, I got there, they were just setting stuff up, and they actually had to still go into the house and bring these out for me, and I was really happy with what I got. First of all, they had quite a few different games, and this is one that they had there. It's Major League Baseball The Show 17 for the PS4. There weren't a whole lot of PS4 games there, but I did see that one. And I got them to throw that one in because what I got, she brought it out and she said, "Oh, what I have is an NES Classic." So it was an NES Classic with a controller and the cables. And I thought, right on, that's a great pickup. I have one, yes, but I haven't got one that I've really done a whole lot with. So always going to grab that. And then she said, I also have an SNES Classic. So I got both of them, and that one, all the cables and both controllers. So what a pickup. I got looking in the bag for this one a little bit closer, and not only did she have the actual controller that came with it, but there was a wireless controller with the dongle, because that's the hard part to find, right? The dongle. Anyway, I got the wireless controller to go with this one. And I said to the girl, I said, well, listen, do you have any of the boxes for anything? And she goes, well, let me go check. So she went in the house, and 5 minutes later, she came back out with this. She came back out with the boxes for both systems in perfect shape. And what did I get all this for? I got it for 40 bucks. I was really happy to have picked up an SNES and an NES Classic. Both mint condition. Both boxes. If there were any power cables missing, she said when she first told me there's a power cable missing for one, but it was in the box after she found the box. And then this was sitting there, so I said, hey, how about throwing that in with it? She said, sure, go ahead. So The Show 17, SNES Classic, NES Classic. What a great way to start the 2019 yard sale season. So the next stop I made, I went into all kinds of different yard sales. There's a small little community of about 2,500 people, but on this particular day, there's probably at least 60 yard sales going on all over town. So I always go in, take a quick look around, and ask. And I asked this one person if they had any video games, and she told me that to come back later, that she thought there were some tucked away inside, but she wasn't exactly sure where. So I made a point to go back there at the end. And when I got there the second time, her husband was there, and I asked him the same thing. We talked about it. He goes, well, I might have something. And when he found out I was a collector, he said, let me go see what I can get. So he came out with this. What an odd assortment. He come out with Jammer Lammy for the PS1. it is just like new. The black case version of it, there's no, I don't know if this come out in the, was it platinum hits or not, but anyway, really good condition, just like new. I'm Jammer Lammy. I've never seen that game in the wild at all before. And the other thing he had was for the original Game Boy, Donkey Kong Land. Now he said he wanted $5 each for them. That's what he had put prices on. I don't even know where, I didn't have them out at the yard sale, but he had the price already. And I said, I'll give you $5 for each. He said, oh, you'll make some money off me. I explained to him that I just collected. I wasn't looking to make money off it. I just wanted to have the games. So on that note, we got to talk about the different things, and he told me about some of the stuff that he had in the house that he really hadn't gone through it. He had just moved a lot of stuff into this into town, and he thought he had some more games. So I gave him my my name and number, and he's going to contact me if he comes across any more games. With a strange assortment like this, a PlayStation 1 game and a Game Boy game, I mean, who knows what else he has. I'm really hoping to hear from him. So as I'm leaving this guy's yard, I go out, I get in my van. I'd already been to the sale that was across the street when I was there the first time, and there wasn't anything to speak of for games. And I looked over at the same table I looked at before, and there, sitting right on top, was a GameCube. So I jumped back out of the van, walked over, there it was, cables, no controllers, no games, and I just said to the woman who I talked to before, how much is a GameCube? And she went and asked another person who was sitting there who had just come since I had been there the first time. And they said, oh, I haven't got any games or anything for it, so $5. $5, GameCube. I did get the power cord. I did get the AV hookups. So I thought that was a great deal for $5. I'll get that anytime, any day. Now, before I go on to the last big yard sale pickup that I had that day, I went later on that day. I said I had to go to Fredericton, New Brunswick, actually later that day. And while I was up there, we were trolling around the mall, and I went into The Source, which is Radio Shack here in Canada, and I was really surprised. It had a bit of a clearance on. $9.96. I picked up a copy of Halo 5 for the Xbox One. I couldn't pass that up for $10. I've played the original Halo games, Halo 1, Halo 2 on the original Xbox, of course. I've not played this game before. I haven't got a whole lot of Xbox One games, but when you see something like this for a price like that, you just have to pick it up. Glad to add it to my collection. So the last great yard sale find that I had last Saturday was at a place that I've always had pretty good luck in. It's a place right in the middle of town, but for whatever reason, when I've gone in there, I've found some video games, and usually for a really good price. 3 or 4 great games, so I really wanted to try to hit there early this year. Now, unfortunately, it all sort of blurs together. I couldn't figure out exactly where that place was the first time through, but later on in the morning, about 9:30, I found that particular place. And I went in and looked around, and there, sitting on the table, was an in-box Nintendo 3DS. And the box has got a bit of a tear in it, but basically all the manuals were there. It's a very good condition, works fine, fully charged 3DS, and in the box with it was not only the charger, but like I said, all the manuals. There were 4 3DS games and 2 DS games. For DS games, I got Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and Kirby Superstar Ultra. And for loose 3DS games, I got Adventure Time, Mario and Luigi Dream Team, and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity. And that wasn't all. Also, there were some boxed, complete 3DS games there with the system. Mario Kart 7. I love Mario Kart games. I couldn't ask for a better game to get with the system. It's probably my favorite Mario games of all are the Mario Kart games. Yes, I love the regular Mario Adventure games, but you gotta love Mario Kart. Also, Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS. There it is. Manual and game right there. Perfect condition. Very happy to have it with that package. And next, I had just been the night before. Friday night, we went to St. John and we saw Pokemon Detective Pikachu. And I really did enjoy the movie. I didn't know a whole lot about Pokemon before that. I wasn't a big follower of Pokemon, but my daughter is a big into Pokemon, so the three of us went out, Mama C and her and I and one of her friends actually, and we saw the movie Friday night. So I had this idea in my mind that maybe I'd find some Pokemon games on Saturday morning. So you already saw the one loose one in there. I also got a copy of Pokemon Omega Ruby, Pokemon Sun, and maybe the best one of the bunch, Pokemon Ultra Sun. What a great bunch of pickups. That's 5 great box games, complete 3DS, 6 loose games, got the charger, all the manuals, everything's there. $60. Canadian. How do you beat that? What a great price. I was so happy, so lucky to have picked it up. Anyway, guys, that is my entire wave of pickups from the St. Andrews Townwide Yard Sale from last Saturday. I mean, I picked up Halo 5 and the Show 17 for the newer systems. That's great, but to be able to get both of the classic systems, Nintendo and Super Nintendo, with the boxes, a classic PlayStation game, GameCube game, plus a simply great Nintendo 3DS package. So lucky. What a great start to the yard sale season. Didn't even mention the GameCube. I love the GameCube. You can't have too many of those. It's awesome. Anyway, thanks a lot for spending a little bit of time with me today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time after I make some more pickups. Take care.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to.
Hey, it's your girl JLum81, and you're watching Papa Pete, the old guy gamer.
What the hell?